Having that deeper love gives us more perception, more understanding of the divine. But we can still achieve that not in a one-to-one relationship. But in spiritual terms, we want to go further. They are the true values of a great person. One of the reasons we have relationships is to make that divine abstractness tangible to our mind through the concrete, which is your partner or the person that you choose to love, to the abstract. So through the concrete to the abstract, and having that deeper love gives us more perception, more understanding of that abstractness of the divine. But we can still achieve that not necessarily in a one-to-one relationship. You care about other people, you have that openness of heart, you want to help everyone. That does similar things. So not everyone in our world is going to be in a relationship. So if we look back in history, there's been many single people more than perhaps today. So we want to get away from that emphasis that you have to have a partner. You do not. Okay, it's nice if you do, to share something with, but it does not mean that you won't reach those higher levels of love and spirituality if you don't have someone. Okay? But again, where is our focus? When we're in a relationship, we have another person, we're essentially loving that person, we're doing things for that person, so that is generally our focus. We're in that harmonious relationship, and as we said, that helps us through that concrete relationship in the higher realms of our unfoldment understand that abstractness. But if you're a single person, and some people don't want relationships, they've had a few, perhaps it hasn't gone well, and they would say, I'd rather have some really good friends rather than an individual relationship. And I've met many people like that who said, yeah, I've done the relationship bit, now I'd rather just have a good circle of friends, and I love my friends and I would do anything for them. So we have the same basis here. It is the outpouring of love, even if this person is not in a physical or mental relationship with you, can lift you and give you that same experience. Yeah, because we know it just doesn't make sense in the world that we live in for everyone to have a partner, but everyone has a friend, everyone has a family. And what we would hope is that as we evolve, that loving everyone equally. So eventually we get to step beyond our personal relationship where we have found love, admittedly, and that love has lifted us to a certain level. But in spiritual terms, we want to go further. We want to love everyone around us in the same way. And that's what's so wonderful about Faisu, because you see that everyone lifts above that he and she, he and him, she and she relationship into something far greater, where their love is being expressed to Joe Public or anyone they meet in their daily life. We're connecting that love because of our openness of heart that happens to us through meditating on this path. We're connecting that love to a much wider audience. And again, the more we do that, it's that same concrete, abstract. It's still doing that. So people often feel that when you talk about this, I have to have a partner. That's the only way that I can make that journey through the concrete to the abstract, but that isn't true. We can do it so many other ways. But of course, the most important thing is giving for the sake of giving and expecting nothing in return. They are the true values of a great person. Giving for the sake of giving and expecting nothing in return.